Hi, everyone, and welcome to God's Plan, Your Part, a podcast where our goal is to read the entire Bible in a year, seeking to understand God's plan of redemption while discovering daily and practically your part in it. Hey, everyone, welcome back to God's Plan, Your Part. Tonight we are in First Chronicles for the first time, and it is a lot of names, and if you feel like listening, good for you, because I was incredibly bored with these chapters.
Don't hold back. Tell me what you really think.
That is what I think. Chapters 1 and 2. Very, very full of genealogies, which I know have some hidden meaning, but you really got to look for it, I think.
Let me tell you, that is not even the beginning of it, because basically, First Chronicles is several chapters of genealogies.
Blech.
Several.
I mean, I guess it's good. It's probably like grand scheme. That's really helpful that it's there, but just like opening up to it, being excited about a new book is just like, oh my word, nope.
So let me give you some. Let me tell you why we're doing what we're doing first. So we are reading this story chronologically. So that is why we're bouncing all around to different books. Chronicles is a really interesting book in that Chronicles was written after the people returned from Babylonian exile. So Chronicles was probably written in like early 500s, maybe 400, something like that. But Chronicles is written by, we don't know the name of the person, but a lot of people call him the chronicler. It's great. It's like the Onceler in the Lorax.
Psalmist, chronicler.
The chronicler. Basically what's happening is the people return from Babylonian exile, and they're kind of trying to figure out who they are and what their purpose is.
Who's left.
They don't necessarily know what it's like to live in Jerusalem. They don't necessarily know what it's like to be an Israelite in Israel. And so this issue arises where they need to like relearn and recapture their history. And so the chronicler pulls together 1st and 2nd Samuel, 1st and 2nd Kings, and rewrites the history. So 1st and 2nd Chronicles is very, very similar to parts of 1st and 2nd Samuel as well as parts of 1st and 2nd Kings, because the chronicler wrote Chronicles based on those texts. And so what they're trying to do is kind of create an abridged history for Israel to rediscover who they are. And so whoever wrote these two books, 1st and 2nd Chronicles, they had access to 1st and 2nd Samuel, they had access to 1st and 2nd Kings, and they are writing an abridged version of the history for the people. What they're trying to do here in chapters 1 and 2 is show the people kind of a sense of who they are and where they came from. That's why genealogies are such a big deal. They're going to establish who David came from, because David is like their most famous king. And obviously in trying to reestablish who they are, they're going to re-identify with David. But what's interesting is the chronicler goes all the way back to the beginning of time and talks about Adam's descendants to show that God has intended for Israel to be his chosen people from the very beginning of time. And if you think about a people who really have lost and forgotten their history, this would be very meaningful. And so it is for us today. We're like, oh my goodness, these names are ridiculous.
I didn't read any of them today.
They would have noticed some of the names. You would have different people from different tribes resonating with different descendants. And so when they read this book to the people, it would have been exciting to the people, because it would have been like, oh my word, I know that guy. And he was related to that guy? No way. It's like when yeah, exactly. It's like the Mennonite game. Anywhere you go in the country, when you bump into another Mennonite.
Yeah.
So this would have been meaningful to them. These chapters do establish that David comes from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It also establishes that Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob came from Adam, like everybody else in the whole world. But you'll also notice there's some names in there that are names of cities in the time of 1 Samuel. I think of Kiriath Jearim, it comes up. So you can start to associate like, oh, these cities are named after these people. There's actually reference that like these people, the Philistines, were the descendants of this guy. So it is kind of piecing together a history. So because we're reading this chronologically, We're going to be hitting parts of First Chronicles as we continue to go through the story so that we can do our best to present you like one solid threaded story. So I think basically from today, hopefully you have a better idea of what the background of First and Second Chronicles is. I don't know that there's a your part necessarily. Do you have a your part for us, Jenny, after all those names?
I don't. I was actually thinking that myself. Well, I guess maybe like ultimately it talks about David. So like that lineage, right? Like all that lineage like leads straight to Jesus in the future.
Yes, it does lead to
I
Jesus
guess,
in the future.
like, I don't know if that's a your part, but it's just like a cool...
Well, Matthew, for example, when he writes his lineage...
It's a cool promise. That's what I wanted.
Right. Matthew, when he writes his lineage in the beginning of the Gospel of Matthew, he's going to use some of these texts to go back to like a history book and put together who is who. One thing that is interesting, it is indisputable that these are written by different people and separated by hundreds, if not thousands of years. And so when the information is the same, that is incredibly valuable to us. It's crazy how accurate the Bible is because we do know that it's several different texts and several different ages and several different peoples. It is amazing that all of this information is the same when compared to each other. And I know that people will try to cast doubt on the Bible, but the biblical texts have, I think, hundreds of original fragments that support that the text has said the same thing forever. And it stands a much more stringent test. It stands up against testing for accuracy much better than several other ancient texts that we don't even question. And so like the way that we know Roman history, the way that we know Greek history, there's far fewer texts from those times, but we believe that those histories are true. Yet we have way more texts of biblical history and people question it. It's kind of bizarre. So anyway, a little bit of a nerdy history lesson, a little bit of genealogy nonsense. But the takeaway is we have a pretty strong faith and it goes back.
And is supported by many.
Yeah, it is. So we'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks so much for listening to our take today. Before we get into the reading, if we could just ask you one thing. If you've been enjoying the podcast, if you could subscribe to us and then leave a rating and review. We'd love to hear from you, and every rating we get helps us reach more people. Ultimately, we're just trying to reach people with the truth of God's word, and your review will help us do that. So thanks so much for being invested in the podcast. Here's the reading for today. 1 Chronicles chapter 1. Adam, Seth, Enosh, Kenan, Mahalalel, Jared, Enoch, Methuselah, Lamech, Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The sons of Japheth, Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Meshech, and Tiras. The sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, Riphtha, and Togarmah. The sons of Javan, Elisha, Tarshish, Kittim, and Rodanim. The sons of Ham, Cush, Egypt, Put, and Canaan. The sons of Cush, Seba, Havilah, Sabta, Rama, and Sabtaka. The sons of Rama, Sheba, and Dedan. Cush fathered Nimrod. He was the first on the earth to be a mighty man. Egypt fathered Ludim, Anaim, Lehabim, Nephutim, Pashurim, Kashilim, from whom the Philistines came, and Caphtorim. Canaan fathered Sidon, and the firstborn, and Heth, and the Jebusites, and the Amorites, and the Girgashites, the Hivites, the Archites, the Sinites, the Aravites, the Zemarites, and the Hamathites. The sons of Shem, Elam, Asher, Ashphad, Lud, and Aram. And the sons of Aram, Uz, Hul, Gether, and Meshech. Ashphad fathered Shelah, and Shelah fathered Eber. To Eber were born two sons. The name of the one was Peleg, for in his days the earth was divided. And the brother's name was Joktan. Joktan fathered Almodad, Shephthah, Hazmareth, Jerah, Hederim, Uzal, Dichla, Obal, Abinmael, Sheba, Ophir, Havilah, and Jobab. All these were sons of Joktan. Shem, Afshad, Shelah, Eber, Peleg, Reu, Serug, Nahor, Terah. Abram, that is Abraham. The sons of Abraham, Isaac and Ishmael. These are the genealogies. The firstborn of Ishmael, Nebaioth and Kedar, Abdil, Mibsam, Mishma, Duma, Massa, Hadad, Tema, Jeter, Naphish, and Kedema. These are the sons of Ishmael. The sons of Keturah, Abraham's concubine. She bore Zimram, Jokshan, Medan, Midian, Ishbak, and Shua. The sons of Jokshan, Sheba, and Dedan. The sons of Midian, Ephah, Epher, Enoch, Abida, and Eldah. All these were descendants of Keturah. Abraham fathered Isaac. The sons of Isaac, Esau and Israel. The sons of Esau, Eliphaz, Reuel, Jeush, Jalam, and Korah. The sons of Eliphaz, Teman, Omar, Zepho, Gatam, Kenaz, and Timnah, Amalek. The sons of Ruel, Nahath, Zerah, Shammah, and Mizah. The sons of Ser, Lotan, Shobal, Zibeon, Anna, Dishon, Ezer, and Dishan. The sons of Lotan, Hori, and Hamem. And Lotan's sister was Timnah. The sons of Shobal, Alvan, Manath, Abel, and Shepho, and Onem. The sons of Zibeon, Ai and Anna. The son of Anna, Dishon. The sons of Dishon, Hemdan, Eshban, Ithran, and Shiran. The sons of Ezer, Bilhan, Zavan, and Akan. The sons of Dishon, Uz, and Aran. These are the kings who reigned in the land of Edom before any king reigned over the people of Israel. Bela, the son of Beor, the name of his city being Dinhabah. Bela died, and Jobab, the son of Zerah of Basra, reigned in his place. Jobab died, and Husham, the land of the Timonites, reigned in his place. Husham died, and Hadad, the son of Bedad, who defeated Midian in the country of Moab, reigned in his place, the name of his city being Avith. Hadad died, and Samlah of Meskarah reigned in his place. Samlah died, and Shaul of Rehoboth in the Euphrates reigned in his place. Shaul died, and Baal-Hanan, the son of Achor, reigned in his place. Baal-Hanan died, and Hadad reigned in his place, the name of his city being Pai, and his wife's name was Mehetabel, the daughter of Methred, the daughter of Mezahab, and Hadad died. The chiefs of Edom were chiefs Timnah, Alva, Jethra, Ohilbama, Elah, Pinon, Kenaz, Temen, Mibzar, Magdiel, and Iram. These are the chiefs of Edom. These are the sons of Israel: Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, Dan, Joseph, Benjamin, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. The sons of Judah: Onan, and Shelah. These three Bet-shua the Canaanite bore to him. Now Judah's firstborn, was evil in the sight of the Lord, and he put him to death. His daughter-in-law Tamar also bore him Perez and Zerah. Judah had 5 sons in all. The sons of Perez, Hezron, and Hemel. The sons of Zerah, Zimri, Ethan, Heman, Kalkal, and Dara, 5 in all. The sons of Carmi, Achan, the troubler of Israel, who broke faith in the matter of the devoted thing. And Ethan's son was Azariah. The sons of Hezron that were born to him, Jeremiel, Ram, and Chelabai. Ram fathered Aminadab, and Aminadab fathered Nahon, the prince of the sons of Judah. Nahshon fathered Salmon, Salmon fathered Boaz, Boaz fathered Obed, Obed fathered Jesse, Jesse fathered Eliab his firstborn, Abinadab the second, Shimeah the third, Nethanel the fourth, Radai the fifth, Ozem the sixth, David the seventh, and their sisters were Zuriah and Abigail. The sons of Zuriah, Abishai, Joab, and Asahel, 3. Abigail bore Amasa. The father of Amasa was Jethro the Ishmaelite. Caleb the son of Hezron fathered children by his wife Azubah, and by Jerioth, and these were her sons, Jesher, Shobab, and Ardon. When Azubah died, Caleb married Ephrath, who bore him Hur. Hur fathered Uri, and Uri fathered Bezalel. Afterward, Hezron went into the daughter of Machir, the father of Gilead, whom he married when he was 60 years old, and she bore him Segub. And Segub fathered Jer, who had 23 cities in the land of Gilead. But Gesher and Aram took from the Havoth Jer, Kanath and its villages and 60 towns. And these were descendants of Machir, the father of Gilead. After the death of Hezron, Caleb went to Ephrathah, and the wife of Hezron his father, and she bore him Asher, the father of Tekoa. The sons of Jerahmeel, the firstborn of Hezron, Ram, his firstborn Bunah, Oren, Ozem, and Ahijah. Jerahmeel also had another wife whose name was Aratah. She was the mother of Onam. The sons of Ram, the firstborn of Jerahmeel, Maz, Jamin, and Eker. The sons of Onam, Shemai, and Jada. The sons of Shammai, Nadab, and Abishur. The name of Abishur's wife was Abihail, and she bore him Abhan and Molded. The sons of Nadab, Seled, and Apiam, and Seled died childless. The son of Apiam, Ishi. The son of Ishi, Sheshan. The son of Sheshan, Ahalai. The sons of Jada, Shemai's brother, Jether and Jonathan, and Jether died childless. The sons of Jonathan, Peleth, and Zaza. These were the descendants of Jerahmeel. Now Sheshan had no sons, only daughters, but Sheshan had an Egyptian slave whose name was Jarah. So Sheshan gave his daughter in marriage to Jarah his slave, and she bore him Attai. Attai fathered Nathan, and Nathan fathered Zabad. Zabad fathered Ephlal, and Ephlal fathered Obed. Obed fathered Jehu, and Jehu fathered Azariah. Azariah fathered Helaz, and Helaz fathered Elisaiah. Elisaiah fathered Sismai, and Sismai fathered Shallum. Shallum fathered Jachmi, and Jachmi fathered Elishama. The sons of Caleb, the brother of Jeshurmeel, Meroth his son, who fathered Ziph. The sons of Marashah, Hebron. The sons of Hebron, Korah, Tapua, Rechem, and Shema. Shema fathered Raham, the father of Jorkiam, and Recham fathered Shemai. The son of Shemai, Maon, and Maon fathered Beth-zur. Ephah also, Caleb's concubine, bore Haran, Moza, and Gezez, and Haran fathered Gezez. The sons of Jahadai, Regem, Jotham, Geshin, Pelet, Ephah, and Saph. Maacah, Caleb's concubine, bore Sheber and Tirana. She also bore Shaphath, the father of Madmanah, Shiva, the father of Machabena, and the father of Gibeah, and the daughter of Caleb was Akash. These were the descendants of Caleb. The sons of Hur, the firstborn of Ephrathah, Shobal, the father of Kiriath Jearim, Salma, the father of Bethlehem, and Hereph, the father of Beth-Gadar. Shobal, the father of Kiriath Jearim, had other sons, Horah, half of Manuath, and the clans of Kiriath Jearim, the Ithrites, and the Puthites, and the Shumanites, and the Mishrites. From those came the Zorathites and the Eshtalites. The sons of Salma, Bethlehem, Nephalites, Ashtaroth Beth Joab, and the half of the Manathites and the Zorites. The clans also of the scribes who lived at Jabez, the Tirathites, the Shimathites, and the Sekalithites. These are the Kenites who came from Hamath, the father of the house of Rechab.
Thanks so much for listening to God's Plan, Your Part. If anything stuck out to you, if you have any questions, or if you'd like to receive a Bible, you can email us at godsplanyourpart@gmail.com. Also, if you're enjoying the podcast, please consider supporting us through the link in our description. We love that you're on this journey with us, and we hope you have a great day. See you tomorrow.